These are the stories of people in Oregon who have been harmed by Measure 37, a Prop 90 style measure that recently became law. Under Prop 90, Californians would face similar negative impacts on their land, homes, businesses, and environment.
Well, my name is Scott Lay, and we're sitting on my family farm, which is about just a little over 100 acres. My family has owned it since 1946, and this was my playground as a kid. And I had the whole back, whole Cascades is my backyard, so I really grew to love this property. My folks are getting up in years. My dad's 87, my mom's 85. And obviously they can't take care of it much more. Dad, as you can see, keeps it like a park. He can't do that much longer. Obviously I can't keep it up. My sister lives down in Eugene. She can't, be responsible for the 100 acres. So we really had to put it on the market. And we had some interest, and we even had an offer of significantly more than our asking price, if we could, work with the buyer on some issues. The buyer made this substantial offer, and then when he heard of the Measure 37 issue and the potential rock pit going in next door, they immediately pulled their offer, and we haven't heard from them since. We've heard they bought another piece of property over in Canby. So, the potential of this rock pit, looming over our heads has not only cost us a very good offer, but we feel it's restricting the interest in other purchases. So, I did vote for 37 back when it was on the ballot, but like a lot of people, I was not voting for what it seems to have become. Back then, it was property owners being able to, put a family member's house on their property. They might have a son or daughter that wants to live on their great land, but they couldn't do it. So, what my understanding was of 37 was that would be what was going to happen. It wasn't going to be you take a nice piece of property and subdivide it into 14 small little half-acre lots or whatever, without any regard to what it does to the surrounding environment or the neighbors or things like that. What in my mind is really a shame is I don't believe they've ever just had a sit down with the neighbors just to hash through things. It's caused a rift that that certainly wasn't there before 37. I mean, they were talking all the time, and now I'm not sure how many times they've talked since then. So it certainly is an unhealthy environment for my mom and dad trying to deal with, number one, keeping the farm up, and number two, the stress of dealing with trying to sell it when there's so many barriers that we have no control over.
Vote no on 90. It's an assault on the environment.